Where did it come from? Where did it come from? Now I'm answering that question, which is for myself. I was going to ask, where did this magical fairyland illusion place that life is going to be great and we'll all get to be happy forever come from? And then
it's a natural. The mind is habituated to search and to seek pleasure. So happiness is society's sanctioned form of pleasure. And spirituality jumps on board, and all the gurus and the whole gang with their chanting and their meditations and their bells and whistles and incense come along, and the Dalai Lama gets on his pulpit and talks about happiness. And it's in the water, everyone is sanctioned and everyone has the permission to seek happiness because it is believed to be the most natural and fruitful pursuit. And it is actually it's the forbidden fruit. It's the way to pain. That is a very, very foreign concept. I guess from my work, it's one of many foreign concepts, which is no surprise. But the traditional ways of going about things are all very unnatural. They are all societal. They're all manufactured. They have no basis in reality or truth. And that's what leads to pain, and that's what leads to frustration and anxiety and sorrow and all of these things that people are trying to get away from.
It's false happiness.
I'm sorry?
The false expectation of happiness.
Well, the belief in happiness as being something that will actually fulfill you.
And truth is the only sustaining thing.
Well, truth is the only thing there is. There is nothing else. What else can there be besides truth?
Illusion.
Well, that's not is though. That's manufactured. Illusion doesn't exist. It is believed in, and it is propagated, and it is fantasized about, but it isn't. It isn't. It is not is, if you understand what I mean.
I do. So I don't really have anything to say. Nothing that is arising. It's like.
Well, the curious thing is, in other podcasts, do you have things to say?
Yeah, but I know which questions you're going to say that's a bullshit question to. And most of the questions that are coming up right now are bullshit questions.
Okay, so then why in other podcasts how do you reconcile that? What do you think is the truth? Or why other podcasts you have things to say, and in these particular podcasts you don't?
Because, I think there's a certain amount of social compulsion that most people have in order to fill the silence, which obviously you don't. And so that social compulsion brings out something to be said. And yes, I agree that a lot of those things that are said are bullshit, but it's entertaining intellectually, and I like to be entertained intellectually.
So then you do those other podcasts. Is that from a standpoint of entertainment, of intellectualization? What is it that you gain from those other podcasts?
Building.
Not that you gain anything from this podcast, but what is it that you gain from that?
Well, that is, it's like I'm building a tapestry of abstract concepts that allow me to understand the where we are right now, like where we are as a humanity, where we are as a species, where we're going, trying to get understanding.
And you feel that is an escape from the most pressing questions of your own life, or do you not?
In some ways, it's an escape, but sometimes I do come upon some gems from that. So I guess the question that I've never asked myself was, what are the most pressing questions in my life, or what are the most...
Well, the most pressing questions of your life are the things that are already happening to you on a daily basis that you find yourself already engaged in without ever having to ask the question.
But that's the thing. That's, for some reason, and I can't explain it. That's why I'm doing these podcasts. Is it just fills me up in a way that other things don't.
I don't think that it's requisite to be honest with yourself, because there are no shoulds. But you may want to evaluate how honest that statement really is.